What up, what up? Still recovering? Oh, I'm never gonna recover from that. We are never emotionally recovering from this tragedy.
Communism is based.
Generate for a boy, thanks for the sub.
And that's the bottom line because John McCain
TV Cream, thanks
said
for the tier
so.
1. And our acid rep, thank you also.
Freedom!
Have a good Philly cheesesteak. We'll see. I've never cooked one before, so this is gonna be my first attempt. Eagles Titans game was crazy. Was it? Titans kind of got their ass kicked. Much to my detriment because I'm a fantasy football Derrick Henry owner. I ended up losing by 3.9 fantasy points.
And oh, that is the easiest one. That's two.
So,
Freedom!
long shot ADC and return. Thanks for the subs. First in my league got 31 with their defense. Yeah, the Cleveland Browns scored 3 defensive special teams touchdowns. That usually doesn't happen. They also received like 10 false start penalties. Yeah, I have no fucking idea what was up with that. It was at home too, so like there wasn't crowd noise or anything. The dumbass take would be that if I were a 55-year-old man who was 50 pounds overweight and I sat on my couch all day watching the NFL Network, I would say, ah, damn it, them damn O-linemen for the Philadelphia Eagles need to focus more on their job instead of all this Christmas album shit. If they weren't recording no namby-pamby damn Christmas music, instead they were studying film, they wouldn't be out there committing goddamn 12 false start penalties. But I don't know. Weird day. But it doesn't matter because Jalen Hurts, he makes the right read and then he throws accurate passes. And then if nothing's open, he can just run the fucking football for 8 yards. Or if your name's the Green Bay Packers, he runs the ball for 45 yards. Yeah, so to catch all of you up on what happened to me in fantasy football this year, I started 6-2. My team's pretty good, I think. I'll show you guys some crap here before I go cook. Go away. Here. I'm blind. So here's our standings. I ended up going 7-6, which put me at 7th place, by the way. Because I lost, if I won, I would have been 8-5, and then Major would have missed playoffs. Ravens are dying. This is Major D Duncan. And here, this is PF is points for and PA is points against. Points for is how good your team is. Points against is how unlucky you are. Points against means this is what your opponents score against you, and that is out of your control. It's just never lucky. For points for, I got the 4th most, barely getting beaten out by the 3rd most. How do they almost lose to the Broncos? God, I don't know. The Ravens are. And if we see, this is me and Japan Braden. We got 6th and 7th. And neither of us made it with the 3rd and 4th most points. Here's Major way down here with a paltry 1272. He qualifies. Sure thing, man. I lost to this one. This was my loss. Got 5th with the 3rd fewest points. The 2nd fewest if you count All Tribe. So I'm not gonna go through the whole every week by week, but this 110 that Choopy put up, most points that this awful, terrible fantasy football team has put up all year. Her team, not good. But sometimes you put up 110.44 because, I don't know, DK Metcalf scores 22.7 and Christian Watson scores 22.9. So you guys, you want to know what really hurts here? Is I tried to pick up the Seahawks defense because they're playing the motherfucking Los Angeles Rams. I tried to pick them up off the waivers. And how the waiver order works in fantasy is it goes by who has the worst record and works its way up to the top in terms of priority. And me and Choopy, my opponent here, we had the same record, but she had scored less points than me on the entire year. Fewer points. So, whenever we both put in a claim for the Seahawks defense, she gets it and I don't. And they ended up scoring 8 points, and then the replacement that I got instead scored 4 points. And would you know how many points I lost by? 4 points. If we look here, we see that I have Joe Burrow as my quarterback. He was doing it. 30.04 fantasy points. But check this out. In fantasy, if your quarterback throws a passing touchdown, it's 4 points plus however many yards the touchdown was. So on average, like, I don't know, if it's a 10-yard touchdown, that's like 4.5, right? Watch this, guys. Check this out. Oh. No. Oh. 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 This is what's replaying in my head. Oh, it hits him in the face. It hits him in the fucking face. It hits him in the face. He got hit in the head with the football. This would have been a 15-yard touchdown, which would have given me enough fantasy points to win. But not only that, I'm pretty sure this is a 3rd down. I don't remember if it was like 2nd or 3rd. They don't get the first down. So what they do instead is they kick the field goal. If we look, my opponent has Cincinnati's field goal kicker. So instead of my guy getting 5 points, Evan McPherson gets 3 for roughly an 8-point swing, and I lost by 3.9. It's a fucking blower. Here's another fun tool. This is called Theft Hub. This shows this is the unlucky parameter. This shows your team. I'm Dark Brandon Strikes Back. And then it shows what your record would be if you had other people's schedule. So it essentially, if it trends higher, that means you have a better team. If it trends lower, I rolled my schedule. I rolled a 7 and 6. There were some schedules where I roll 6 and 7. If I got Japan Braden's schedule, I went 5 and 8. Suppose it's prudent to show this. This is points against. This is how many points your opponent scored on you in a given year. So So I was second lowest behind Altrive. However, I think that Altrive will almost always get the most points against because he doesn't have to play against himself. You feel? And then there's me at next highest with 1386 against. I'm no mathematician or anything, but if you look at these average points for, I think the average is what, like 1270 or something in that range across all these numbers and divided by itself. People scored more against me. My opponents were the third highest scoring team in the league. So that's me getting unlucky. If I would have gotten Re-Evolution's schedule, I would have gone 11-2. Then down here, this is pretty much just like the power rankings of if you combine how good you would have done versus every single other team on a given week. So here's my line. 85 and 58, I would have tied for fourth with Dad. But get this. So I started the season 6-2. So here by week 8, I was 6-2. In weeks 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, actually no, I was 5-2. Let's do it from week 7 right here. I was 5-2. I needed to win 3 out of, what does that make it? 3 out of 6 games total. I go 10-1 this week, win. Okay. If you score the second most points, on average you win. 9-2, loss. I lose week 9. 7-4, loss. I scored the only 4 teams would have beaten me on that week, and I rolled one of them. 5-6, loss. Okay. 6 out of the 11 teams would have beaten me, but it's basically a coin flip that I lose. 10-1, win, and get if this number right here was 9-2, I would have lost. I was against the third most on this week, and I scored the second most, just barely. And then last week, 6-5, loss. And now I don't get to play. If I would have won, that would have put me at 3rd seed instead of Dad. I don't think anything matters in all likelihood. Re-Evolution's team here is fucking crazy. I don't know if for any of you fantasy footballers out there, if you've ever seen this, he has the number 1 quarterback, the number 1 wide receiver, and the number 1 running back. That's crazy. And then on top of that, he also has the number 5 wide receiver and the number 9 running back. And then also a top 10 tight end. How does that even happen? Quarterbacks typically go, like good quarterbacks typically go in like the 4th round or so. And Jalen Hurts here was drafted in the 4th round. So nobody could have predicted, like he was like top 5 last year, but nobody would have predicted that he was going to be playing like an MVP this year. Devontae Adams, he just hit on his 2nd rounder here. Devontae Adams in the 2nd, that's totally fine. Drafting a number 1 overall in a position in the 2nd round, that happens. Typically if you're drafting somebody in the 2nd round, like 16th overall, they're probably like top 5 at their position. But the real kicker here is number 1 overall running back Josh Jacobs was drafted in the 5th round, 57th overall. Everyone was this guy is playing way above his pay grade. And then also the number 9 running back was drafted in the 8th round. Just a bunch of really crazy hits. And this fantasy loss is only gonna hurt if he's doing better than Eckler. Yeah, as of last week, because Josh Jacobs put up another fat performance and Eckler had like his worst week of the season. what's gonna hurt is in the next 4 weeks for fantasy playoffs for plenty of leagues. In the first round, you're against the same team 2 weeks in a row, and you add up your scores. What's gonna really hurt is when my team, now that I'm eliminated, pops the fuck off. That's gonna hurt. Let's cook. I'm trying to make sure to get this nice and centered. That way. I don't think the Bills were. Oh, the Chiefs got slapped by the Bengals. It was a close game. If only Joe Burrow, instead of scoring me 30 fantasy points, would have scored me 35. Like he was one motherfucking Tyler Boyd most embarrassing catch of the entire season away from.
Oh, whoa. Whoa. Ba. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, let's go. The first thing we're actually going to do here is make coffee, because I haven't had any yet. And I'll drink this while I cook. Yeah, I bought a whole coffee set for pour over coffee. Boop. I think this is usually about 500 to like 450-ish milliliters of water. Let's do 500. Yeah, this is definitely not 70. Oh, what the fuck? It was way more, actually. Oh, I must do it exactly. Give me 500. 477. Yeah, this is like trying to get exactly on the dollar amount whenever you're filling up gas. 503. We're calling that good. So here's this. Electric kettle. Make it hot. I have a little hand grinder. This whole everything put together cost me like about $175. It's actually more expensive than you probably would have expected, and I could have spent way more on it. Is the crazy part. Coffee beans. 0. Want about 25 grams of these for my taste. 23.5. Grab a pinch with my fingers. 25. Yeah. And we grind it. Yeah. Was the kettle the most expensive? The kettle and this hand grinder cost about $55 each. More light. Ooh, doggy. Almost got it. And there you go. Now it's all done. A filter. 1 filter. Hot water. Wait until it gets hot. Doing this to rinse the papery taste out of the filter, and also to heat up my my little cone guy ever so slightly. Probably doesn't make a huge difference, and also this is made out of plastic, so it doesn't catch heat all that well anyways. There's that. Unscrew my guy. Coffee. Bang out some of the leftover. I feel like the stuff that gets caught up in there doesn't grind quite as well, so I don't bother putting it in with the rest. Ugh. Get my coffee bed nice and even. Poke a little hole in the middle to increase the surface area. I'll zero out my scale here. I almost just fucking grabbed this awfully hot coffee pot with my hands. So initially, what you want to do here is pour just enough to get all of your grounds submerged in water and try to get all of them wet. This is what coffee perverts like to call blooming your coffee. I don't know the science behind it, but apparently those little air bubbles that come out of this malarkey makes your coffee taste bad. So you're meant to not submerge it like all the way, so that way the air can escape, and that supposedly helps it taste good. And then you let it sit, and all this works out for like half a minute or so. This is definitely more of a laborious way to make it, but I'm actually quite surprised with the difference in taste from just doing the typical cheap-ass coffee pots. Now I'm going to pour like roughly 60% of the total weight of my water. Whoa. Getting kind of crazy with it. And we let that drain. While that happens, we can grab our ingredients for the Philly cheesesteak. I have a red bell pepper, a blue bell, a green bell pepper, and a some jalapenos. I'm only going to use one jalapeno, and I may do the whole of each bell pepper. And I'll pour in the remainder, like the remaining back like 40% or so of my coffee. So somebody who's good at science explained to me, I put in, it was 503 grams of water into that. I put the coffee pot with my cone guy, the filter, and the coffee in here, and then I zeroed my scale, and then all I did was add the water. And now we're weighing 554. Where does the extra 51 grams of weight come from? And it's like creeping up too. Why is this? Why is the weight creeping up on my scale? 57, 57 and a half, 58. Because everything was already on the scale. Like I don't understand where the extra weight comes from. Ooh, it's time to... This is what I use for my coffee. I use stevia. But rather than deal with this big-ass bag, I pour it into this little guy. But it looks like I need to re-up. This is like so light and weightless that whenever I do this pour, it like gets all over. It floats around in the air. And then I get a nice sweet breath, a nice inhale of no calorie sweetener. Yeah, 565 and a half. It's still dripping out a little bit. What the fuck? It's like it's not picking up weight from the coffee. The coffee was already had the coffee on there before I zeroed out the weight on it. I usually do like 2 eating spoons for my roughly 500 milliliters, half a liter of coffee. Come out. Fucking. There we go. Give you a rinse. Yeah. Yeah. In you go. Whoa. One tall boy. And mix. We'll leave that there to be less hot. Probably just scale errors. It would have to be. Is stevia better than sugar? It has fewer calories than sugar. It does not taste as good. But that's just what fucking happens sometimes. We got some dicing to do. We got some de-peppering to do. That's going to be all of my peppers. Yeah. I got a big white onion for this. And I'm saying it's big. I'll do the peppers first, I guess. Yeah. Whoo. I like to use a spoon whenever it comes to not getting jalapeno oils all up underneath my fingernails and shit. How's the framing? I haven't asked this question. Is this good? This is me working how I typically would at the cutting board. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to cut it in half. Here we go. Ooh, that's a spicy boy. I feel like there's more seeds in this than I typically see. Ooh, okay. Let's not get them all over the place. The more of this like white rib stem guy that you leave in, the spicier it is. That's where a lot of the spice. But I'm using 3 different kinds of peppers, so I'm gonna remove most of it. Ooh. Yeah. Uh-oh. I've seeded the living room. Yeah. And this is the first time that I've ever messed with a bell pepper in my entire life. I know that you're just meant to cut off the sides and leave the guy in the middle, but don't make fun of my technique or I'll cry. Today's election day? True. Eh. Yeah. Everything's in frame? Okay. Someone had Walmart pizza. That was me. I picked that up and I cooked that. I ate that on Saturday and Sunday. Let me get a plate to put all these peppers on. Out of my way. My cutting board ain't big enough to hold all this shit. Here's some salt that the steaks are in the freezer right now. They were thawed. They were in the fridge. And I salted them about an hour to an hour and a half ago and put them in the freezer. Let's do these guys. And we'll just do it like this, whatever. Yeah. Well, bam. I could have sworn I sharpened this knife not that long ago. It feels like it's not cutting through these peppers as easily as I think it should. I sharpened this knife not very long ago. I do have a new knife in the mail. I bought like a $30 knife. This is Cade's. This was here when I got here, bro. I'm pretty sure this is like the fucking $8 kind that you get at Target. So it's probably way past its use by this point anyway, so I have a new one on the way that will hopefully be of higher quality. I want these to be a little chunky, not as finely as I typically dice stuff. I know the typical cheesesteak way to... This guy's way too big. The typical cheesesteak way to eat the peppers. I don't think jalapenos go in there typically anyways, but with the bell peppers, they leave them in the onions, they leave them in strip form. But I don't know about you guys, but anytime I eat a cheesesteak, and if I take a bite into the sandwich, and then I get like one little strip that just pulls out from the bite, I hate that shit. So I'm going to make them little tiny cubes instead of long strips. I hope you're willing to forgive me. Okay, now for bell pepper, how much of this is stem? Do I cut like... Yeah, get out of here, jalapeno. Do I cut like this much? Well, that was damn near perfect. Holy shit. Good job, me. That was crazy. Now that I can see the seedy Corey center. Yeah, get out of here, you. You're in my way. I wonder what it tastes like if I were to just bite into that. That's a lot of guys. I don't know how the science on peppers work. How do they spread their seeds if they're all on the inside? Do they require like animals to eat them or what? Ooh. Guessing like right here on the green one. Calling that good enough? Oh, geez. Uh-oh. Less good on that one. This guy's got some seeds on him. Come on. There's some bell peppers. You go away. My coffee cold enough to drink now. Ooh, not really. Still kind of hot. Doesn't help that I put it in the thermos. It doesn't help regulate the temperature. Spicy peppers are catered specifically to birds. Wow. Lots of fruits and vegetables have been bred to be pretty non-viable in terms of natural seed spreading. Yeah, also something that I didn't realize, this red guy, cost like 4 times as much as this green guy. These were like 75 cents each, and this guy right here was like $2.50. What the fuck? Now it's time to dice. Whoa, I almost got him all over the floor. I'm going to stack these on top of each other. Hee. Ooh. There he goes. Ooh. Oh no, whatever. Depending on how this turns out, maybe I'll make like fajitas at some point. Yeah, goddamn. I feel like I'm using an extremely dull knife, but like, oh, I sharpened it not very long ago, and I have not used it very much since. Who doggy? The water that's in these guys, whenever you hear my knife, oh, there goes a pepper off the side of my blade. Whenever you hear my knife hit the board, there's water that's coming off these guys and like splashing me in the face. Do it like that. Keep them together like this. God bless. Whenever I'm done with all this, I'm gonna stack all these bell peppers up together and give them another rough once over. Whenever the water escapes these guys, they'll shrink down a bit, but still probably a little bit too thick. Hello, sticker. Is there a guy with a sticker on it in here on the red one somewhere? Oh no. Oops. I might get a nice little papery bite. Turn. Yeah. You. So I've been watching more One Piece lately. Chat. I'm like, I want to say a majority of the way. I don't know when it actually ends, but I feel like I'm a majority of the way through the Thriller Bark arc of One Piece. And boy, howdy, is it stupid. I watched all of Water 7 with Ennie's Lobby, and a lot of people said that was their favorite part of the show, and I really don't get it. That felt like, to me, that part of One Piece felt like literally every other part of One Piece. Gun to my head, if I were to tell you the differences between Skypiea, which apparently everybody hates, and Water 7, which apparently everybody loves, couldn't really do it. They pretty much follow the same playbook. And the one that I'm currently watching, Thriller Bark, also is following the same playbook. we just keep doing. Oda makes the same exact story over and over again, but we just introduce a new guy every time. Give these a rough additional chop. Oh no! Yeah. Now, before I dice this onion, I'm going to look at my steak and check how hard it is. I want a nice. My steak's been in the freezer for like an hour and a half now. Bam, 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 bam. We'll call that diced enough, I guess. Yeah. Let's check on my steak. How hard you is? Perhaps a little too hard. I'm gonna let it come to room temp a bit. I could probably cut my dull ass knife through these. We're gonna put these boys into little strips before we cook them. I could probably cut through this. We'll let that warm up ever so slightly while I cut the onion. Oh yeah. Coffee. Those are ribeye steaks, by the way, about 1.5 pounds. One Piece fans stop hyping up the exact same arc every time challenge. You could just resharpen it. True. I'll do that even. Where are you at? Here's my little sharpener guy. Fim. This is suction cup powered. Is that secure? Okay. This one takes metal off my blade, and this one does not. And I just shaved off parts of my knife already. So I feel like I don't need to use that one RN. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I have a new knife. I was like, I don't want to damage this knife. This knife sucks, and I have a new one on the way anyways. So let's just fuck it up. Oh, if I can... Ooh, this feels very precarious. I'm going to not get my fingers anywhere near this. Ooh, you see that? That's why... I got such a good suck on the first attempt. You down. Lots of downwards pressure. Oh, that felt like a better suck. What are you? Onion skin? Woohoo! There's little shavings of knife in there. Ooh, you guys nervous that my thumb's out here like this? There's that. Okay, now if that can't cut through my damn steak. But first, it's onion. This is. I was like, I'll just use one onion, but this guy's like really fucking big. I'm gonna have some oniony ass cheesesteaks. Yeah. Oh, come on, mama. I'd be curious to do a blind taste test of the various types of onions. So I'm gonna be honest, I don't really notice a difference between like white onion and yellow onion. Ooh. At least, like, not in cooking, at least. Probably if you ate it raw, but I'm sure there is one. But I'm just saying that I don't really notice it. I bite into it and I say, that kind of tastes like onion. Oh, this is a big ass boy. Come on, onions and layers. Oh. Oops. I accidentally got it a layer too deep. Life's a bitch. Oh shit, more like 3 layers deep whenever we got right down to it. We can fix it. Yeah, this guy's looking pretty ugly. I accidentally fucked up half of them. Yeah, it's all the papery bits. Stem, goodbye. Come on, come off it, come off it. Like that, and I go, whoops, bam, bam. Uh-oh, here come the waterworks. It's always whenever you cut into the stem. Oh, God. Why, God? Why are you like this? Oh, it hurts my eyes. It never gets any better. This whole use a sharp knife thing was a bunch of bullshit. I can't see. Oh, fuck me. Oh, maybe I need like some. Oh, I must step away from the onions. It's too powerful. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, I need like a fan that blows across my cutting board to make it to where it doesn't all waft up into my eyeballs. Okay. Yeah, I went to cut this in half, and I definitely failed. This part is way bigger. Ooh, careful, coffee. Still kind of hot. Okay. Choppy, choppy, choppy. There's a sort of catharsis whenever you get a nice crunchy cut like that. Oh God, which ones have I diced already and which ones haven't I? Oh, that's a lot of root. Now, whenever the middle of the onion's like green like this, are you meant to eat that? That's what happens whenever it's close-ish to the root, right? I don't know if I'm meant to throw this away or not. We're leaving it in. Blah. If you want to make a cheesesteak like you get at most like sandwich shops, you cut like with the rings. You cut the onion in half, then you cut with the rings to keep it with that long, slender form. Oh, my eyeballs. Oh no, here it comes. Here it comes again. Oh, fuck me. You're too big. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's so much worse now. Okay. I think that's probably good enough. Any teardrops today? If I squeeze really hard, can I make one? Oh. Oh man. Oh damn. Okay. Okay, there's all my vegetables prepped. Vegetable plate. Yeah. Okay, let's not make a mess. Oh, that's kind of heavy. Yeah. Oh, Lord. That thing about making a mess. That's not all that much of a mess. Yeah, come on. Okay. Knife. Clean. Steak. Oh yeah. These steaks, once upon a time, you can kind of see on the little styrofoam guys. You can tell I have salted these guys already. Okay. So let's... Oh, man. Are these guys too frozen? Oh, there we go. Get off this fat right here. I've never done this before in my life, so I'm learning along with you guys. We're going to use this fat we're going to render the fat and then cook the veg in it. Okay, I examined the steak. We want to cut against the grain. Now, if I were the grain on this guy, I'd be running from left to right across it. So I want to cut. Oh god, it's so hard for me to see. I want to cut strips like this. I think. Ooh. Yeah. Fat cap. You be gone. Yeah, I'm having to put a lot of force down on this. Ooh. Goddamn. Ooh. Ooh, mama. Ooh, and it's still pretty cold, so like my fingies are getting nice and chilly. Ugh. Grah. Goddamn. Whew, it's a good thing I sharpened this knife. Otherwise, this would have been a Herculean feat. Okay. Stripping the steak. Oh. How big do I want my bites? Probably cut this into like here. Yeah. Like here. Okay. That's some cube meat right there. I'm gonna hit these guys with probably some pepper and additional seasonings afterwards. I'll probably just use powder, garlic powder instead of actual garlic for this. Just powder the meat. Bruh. I cannot see my steak. Oh, it's because I'm looking at the wrong fucking side of the meat, eh? Here's the... Is there even, does it even matter? I guess this is cut, here's the meat, so it's sliced like this. So I guess it doesn't even really matter, does it? It would only matter if I bought a cheaper cut of steak, or like a different... I've been looking at this all wrong this entire time. I'm like, where the fuck is it? It's right here. The grain runs this way. Meaning cutting against it would be like cutting down the middle like this. Which, I could do. I could just cut the entire guy in half. Shorten the muscle fiber. This guy is way thicker than the other one, but we won't worry about it. I'll just do it like this. This one's also much easier to cut through because it's not as frozen. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. I have a feeling I'm gonna have a sore hand. My hand muscles are gonna be sore tomorrow from all this gripping the knife. Grah. Oh yeah. Look at that guy. Oh, I'm so tasty. I'm just kidding. Eh? This is a lot of fat. But I know I'm going to hurt myself if I do this. Be gone. I want all the steak. That's mostly fat. We'll put you over here on the fat pile. Okay, little bite-sized chunks. Like this. Yeah. Get out of the way. Fucking son of a bitch. Okay. There's my veg. Here's my meat. Whew. I have onion. Want. Let's I think it's time to start heating up my pans. There's that. Let's get my cheese out. We're going provolone today. I could also make cheese whiz in a very similar fashion to how I made that cheese sauce for my mac and cheese the last time. Some people put that. We're going provolone. Let that get hot. Garlic powder. Monosodium glutamate. There's you. Yeah. Oh, geez, I don't have enough counter space. You over here. And I have a little tiny guy for black pepper now. And we grab all this and flip it to the other side as best we can. Oh, I'm thinking about that steak. Oh, fuck. Oh, geez. Oh, flip over. Oh, no. Oh, I fucking nothing but netted it down the garbage disposal. There's no getting it back. Come on. Oh man, that sucks. That's a pretty expensive mistake right there. God, it just comically went direct. It was perfectly sized to fit right down the goddamn garbage disposal. That's gonna. Oh, is that gonna be a problem? I think I have to fish that out with my hand. I don't think the garbage disposal is gonna be able to chew through that. Time to go where no man has gone before. Oh, where are you, piece of steak? Oh, I found him. We eating that? The garbage? We're eating that. You'll be okay, honey. You'll be okay. This one's kind of big also. We're gonna pretend like it was the fat side down and do that and then throw this away. Already did that. Pepper this side. This is gonna stick to my fingers now that they're wet. Oh. Was that was that steak going down the drain? Was that in frame? Did you guys catch that? Now are these guys? I think these guys need to be thinner, largely. These are kind of cubey. Yeah, I think I should have cut the thick boy in half, like so. I realized I think I should have cut him down the middle initially. That's okay. This will be fine. We can make up for it. Oh, and I graw. I think even this is probably a little on the thick side. I really should have cut these guys right down the middle initially and made my life way easier. Yeah. These are kind of chunks instead of strips. I've really gone and screwed the pooch, I think. Won't make a big difference, but I do want that nice strip type of cheesesteak, you know. That's what I have envisioned in my mind. You thin. Well, we're gonna have to make do. I think might end up being a little blocky. That's a lot of steak. This fat is gonna go. First of all, hold on. Avocado oil. I cook my veg in this. Probably need more. There's that. Just gonna try to do some quality control. Make sure not no like extra big guys of beef make it in. So I kind of made a whole mess out of this, stripping the steak ordeal. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be fine. This guy's mostly fat. Render off. This one. What are you doing in there, buddy? Okay. Like here, you guys. Ding. Ding. There's that. My fat guy. Try to grab ones that are just entirely fat. This one has a little meat on it. This is probably going to be enough. Let me chop them up to make them render faster. I'm going to use some of the beef fat to render my my veg, to cook my veg in. Give it that extra beefy flavor. Bam. And like you. Fuck, I missed. I kind of bank shot this guy. There he is. My cast iron's up to heat now. We're not really going for a sear on. Oh, oh shit, oh god. We're not really going for a sear on my steak. We're just gonna be toasting all these veggies. Could have probably cubed up. Oh shit. Good thing I have a shirt on. I totally just splashed that oil. Oh damn. Oh god, it's like bacon. We're gonna toast those veggies. I'll start the veggies first, and then I'll start the beef after. And it's 5:17 according to my. Ooh, there you go. You there, grab you. Want to get these guys nice and soft. And put the beef on. Not eating you. I'll eat you. Ooh, watch your thumb. Here's like 1.5 pounds of steak. Oh shoot. Let's oil my pan maybe. That was maybe a little too much oil. But that ain't no thing. Oh, steak on the ground. it's a whirlwind of flavors in here. I definitely needed to strip that steak more thinly, but that's more of a form thing. It shouldn't really impact the taste all that much. I shouldn't think. But next time I will definitely cut my steak more thinly and longer. Do I have a spatula? Where's my spatula? I actually put them up for once. Oy. Spatula? Or did I? I had this guy. Wait, no, here he is. Whoops. Hey, you get back over. Eh. I'm gonna hit my steak. It's another hit of salt. Mix the veg. The veg has been on there for about 4 minutes now. Probably cooked this veg for probably like 8 minutes, I would guess. My steak's on medium low. It's kind of sacrilege to not blast your steak, but you don't really go for the sear on the Philly cheese. The steak had been cooking on this side for about 4 minutes, probably about 30 seconds to a minute longer, and I'm gonna try my best to flip all the steak onto the other side. We'll see how that goes. I kind of have just enough for this cast iron. This is a lot of steak. This is probably enough to make like 4 or 5 sandwiches with. Okay, mix my veg once more. I think this is a part of steak that wasn't fat right here. Fish you out. Yeah. Or should I even? Whatever. He gets to live. There'll be one extra done piece of steak in there somewhere. Okay, let's try our best to flip this steak. Get under there. Flip. I'm going to do my best to flip the bulk of it with my spatula, then I'll go in and catch the stragglers with the tongs. Stove steak. Flip. 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 I'm going to let this cook for, as soon as I get it all flipped, for like another minute, and then I'm going to add the cheese. Yeah, come on, then. The veg probably almost all cooked. Yeah. Everyone make room in the pool. You there, big chunk of onion. Be gone. If I can get it without making a mess. This chunk, too big. In the trash. Cheese. It's cheesing time. Got the provolone. Bam. Parchment paper. Oh, God. Make nice on top. Probably like 8 slices of this or so. Yeah. Get you all in there. We'll let this cook for a little bit longer and then schmix her around. Again, I've killed the heat on my vegetables here. Oh, damn, that smells good. Take them off the heat, off that hot burner. All right. Time to schmix her up. Middle of my, this is probably cooked to about a medium right now. I'm going to turn the heat off while I incorporate this cheese to the best of my ability. This guy right here is still pretty rare. I'd say most of them, maybe medium to a medium well. Really depends how you like it. Ooh, doggy. Let's add one other guy. One more slice of cheese. For my 9th total slice of provolone. Bam. Bam, bop. Oh, yeah. If I were better at cooking, or if I had more hands, I would have started the bread already, but I'm not and I don't.
Whoa. Smells yummy. I like your setup. Hi, what is up, cookers?
Oh, I'm trying to get this big glob of cheese unglobbed. Okay, you over there, burner back on. We're gonna toast the bottom of these buns.
Toasted buns. I saw that you put the buns in the fridge.
Uh-huh.
Hate that.
Hate that.
Hate it.
Why?
It hurts the bread.
Does it?
Yeah. Chad, do you do it? Do you put your buns in the fridge?
I put them in
For
there.
bread products?
I put them in there because I wanted I wanted them to be a little tougher so that way I could cut them in half.
I guess that makes sense.
Because we don't have an honest to goodness bread knife.
No, we do not. We're still very limited on our knife utensils.
And these guys, they already felt a little firm at the store when I bought them yesterday.
That's nice for a bread, sure.
So I didn't want them to be overly stale. Cheese goop.
Garbage disposal steak. Yeah, I'll take some.
I nothing but netted one of them down the garbage disposal in impressive fashion.
Very nice.
I fished it out. It's one of these guys. If you can tell which one, I'll eat it.
What?
One of these guys is garbage disposal steak.
Oh, there's like, are you serious though?
Yep.
Is it real?
Yep.
Oh my god.
It's fine. I cleaned them off.
Well, the sink is clean. That's where the cleaning happens. So it stands to reason that it would be fine.
Gotta rinse.
Yeah. Just rinse off the germs. It's fine.
Cutting my bread. In hindsight, probably should have done this ahead of time, so that way everything was a nice doneness right at the perfect time. But that's for next time. You're good. Cut you with a steak knife.
That's close enough to a bread knife, sure.
Yeah, I'm happy with my decision to put this in the fridge because I think it was perhaps already a little old whenever I purchased them. Okay. Now you guys might think I'm a little crazy for this one, but hear me out. Mayonnaise on the bread, onto the stovetop. Bam. Oh, this is the ugliest one, but I don't want to rip them. You're so ugly. There we go. Let's get it all over my fingers too. A one. Going for trying to make this a nice thin layer. Oh, this is too hot. Oh shit, I'm gonna burn my bread. I had that on medium high. Oh gosh, I really should have prepped these ahead of time before I started everything. My steak's gonna be all cold. No. Oh. Yeah. You, bam. Two for right now. Oh god, mayonnaise on the hands. pan might have been too hot. I turned the heat down. I want to make sure to check on these as they're going. Okay. You're doing fine, honey. Now, meat. Mix meat. Now, this cheese is like so glommed together. It's really not the desired effect. What did I do wrong? It's a piece of steak. Oh. The steak's damn good, though. Oh, holy shit. Steak's really good. I was worried that I fucked up the steak. Tell you what we're going to do. These guys are toasting. Oh, shit. Everyone gets to know each other in this pan. I'm going to turn the heat back on. What the fuck? What? How did I fuck up the provolone? Why is the cheese so like that? Steak in there. Here, back burner, heat on a little bit. Where's my guy? Grabbing the guy. I'm gonna turn up my heat a bit here. I think I just didn't melt the cheese enough. Or you know what it is? This right here is a perfectly encapsulated piece of meat with some pulley cheese on it. Let's do that. I'm gonna probably just need to heat the cheese back up, and then it'll stop being the way it is. Ooh, don't burn your bread. I burned my bread a little. And the other two. Whoa! Son of a bitch. That one lost his hinge. And this one's the ugly one. Bacon press. Bam. I'm going to do that on the ugly one to try to make them less ugly. That's some cold coffee. Oh, jeez. I lost the steak.
Where's the sandwich?
It's coming, honey.
Oh, you gotta wait.
Yeah, that's a bacon press. My grandma had 3, so I yoinked one from her at Thanksgiving.
That's lovely. I've been wanting one of those for a while.
Provolone.
What veg you got in there?
Red bell pepper, green bell pepper, jalapeno, onion.
I like all those things. That is good.
I went past the point of no return and making the meat too small, so then I didn't bother stripping it into like little meat shreds. But she'll be fine.
It looks like it's gonna be fine, probably.
I tried a steak piece and it tastes delicious.
There you go. We're using mayo to crisp it up. That is That's the greatest strategy man has ever come up with. It's genius.
Oh gosh. Come off there. Uh-oh. My ugly one might get even uglier.
I'll have the ugly one. It's okay.
I'm making it worse by grabbing him too hard with the tongs. He's so ugly. Oh, you there. Now, what you're meant to do is wrap all this up in like foil or parchment paper, but yeah, and it helps steam it a little bit and melt everything together and press it, but that's all right.
It seems melty enough.
Load her up. This might be all six worth of.
That's a lot of filling.
Yeah, this might be all six rolls worth of cheesesteak bullshit. It's about 1.5 pounds of ribeye, a whole white onion. Why did I put that away? You. Okay. Stove completely off. Smush. Smush. Yeah, I think I could wrap this up in foil and it would definitely help it. Cause let's put this away, I guess. It would be less messy if you were to wrap it, but try bite, Cade. Try bite. Hold on.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I wish you could see what actually you can see what I'm seeing right now. Yeah. Okay, this is food review. Dylan food review. Here we go. Fuck, it is kind of messy.
Yeah. You like it? You like it?
Tastes like a cheesesteak to me.
I want to try mine. Where's my grabbers?
Bread's a wee bit crispy, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm calling that pretty good.
And now since I streamed it, I get to write the steak off as a tax expense.
There you go.
Yeah, I guess what do I do with the remainder? This might even all six might not be this might be more than the 6 loaves of bread that I have worth of sandwich.
I don't know. Paper bag, plastic bag.
Just eat it with a spoon.
Bag.
Eat it with a spoon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big nasty messy cheesesteak.
That's your best type.
Now I'll eat it. That's how I have to read chat. Is over there. Oh god, this one lost his hinge.
Oh yeah, this would probably make pretty good like tacos or something. If there is extra.
I'm gonna wrap mine. Where's the foil? Where
do we have foil?
Yeah, at least we did. As here it is. Because I lost the hinge on one of them, which is going to make it even more impossible. Yeah, grah. Oh, please don't.
Careful.
Okay.
Did a good job of putting that together and having it not all slop out.
Yeah.
We'll wrap it up.
Yeah, make nice in there. Burrito. Grab this with my hand. I keep putting this in the sink and then grabbing it back out. Hee, a little more. why did I do that? This is too much.
Did you just use salt and pepper and onion powder on the steaks?
No onion powder because there's onions.
Oh, that makes sense. That's where the onion flavor's coming through, I think.
It's a whole white onion. Salt, pepper. Yeah, let me get my foil out, maybe. Salt, pepper, MSG, garlic powder. I didn't use any actual garlic, even though I could have.
The powder is just so convenient.
I mean, with the garlic press, mincing the garlic is pretty easy too. Oh, mama. Nice, even you out. Oh, this guy's kind of soggy.
A little bit.
Smush. Wrap. Oh, geez, I tore you. I'm so sorry.
Me and your mom, haha.
I don't get it.
It's like a sex thing.
Yeah. All right, and then take this knife that definitely doesn't have any sort of foodborne illness on it.
Well, if it did, you wash it off.
Mine's so much less messy.
Wow, it sure is. Yeah, take a comparison right there. It's a little bit different.
If I had parchment paper, this would be way better.
Yeah.
Because then I could just like rip it apart much more easily as I'm eating and peel it back.
What do you think, Dylan?
Oh,
Still kind of messy.
you're still losing pieces all over the place.
That's just gonna happen. It's good. I like it. Are you satisfied?
Yeah, I like that.
Are you happy with yourself and what you've done?
Yeah.
I wish you could have some too, chat, but you can't do it.
What are we going to do here in 15 minutes, Cade?
Unfortunately, play Pokemon. But someone's got to do it. It has to be done. It's going great. Thanks for asking.
It tastes like sink drain. Honestly, that's the most pronounced flavor in the whole sandwich.
I'm getting a lot of sink notes. It's good.
Some nice soapy aftertaste on the palate.
It's like sink chicken, you know? How people like season their chicken in the sink, which is totally safe and not insane even a little bit. And you should do it too.
Trying to think. Still have that much bullshit left. Steak costs about $14. That's obviously the most expensive part. The 6 loaves of bread were like $3.50. So now we're up at $17.50. The red bell pepper was $2.50. That puts us to $20. The peppers were like $1 combined, $21. And then the onion was like, I don't know, 50 cents, $21.50.
For a lot of cheesesteak. You can get so much cheesesteak from this cheesesteak recipe.
Oh, and then the provolone. I used probably about $2.50 worth of that. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah?
I looked. I was like, that was a good one of my cheesesteaks. That was only one half of one of my cheesesteaks.
I think I'm cheesesteaked out right now. Actually, I don't know if I can do the twofer.
I can. Let's just wrap.
Yeah, wrapping them would be a good idea.
I'll wrap that other one. Stick it in the fridge. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, just get in there. No steak left. I'll leave the veg behind.
Let me steal this.
I'll leave the veg behind. I'm picking the little piece of steak and throwing that shit in my mouth. I use 9 slices of that provolone, which probably puts it at like, I don't know, like 8 ounces or so.
Yeah, it's very cheesy.
Can't really see it though. It doesn't have that nice cheesy looking texture. I don't know why. See, always concerned about how it looks rather than how it tastes, because you can just lie and say that it tastes great.
That's true.
When you're on the internet.
It actually does taste like hot garbage. But I'm trying to be nice and also, sell the illusion that Dylan is peddling onto you.
With the oven.
Mm-hmm. Of in the wet pan. Of out the dry pan.
This is usually the part where I sit down at my desk and eat it while drinking some cocktail that I made, so that way I can write off the booze the tax expense too.
Well, it's not too late to make a cocktail.
Well, I've already used each bottle at least once, so we're good. Uncle Sam ain't got shit on me. I made the coffee earlier. Still, most of it is sitting on the table right there.
Do what?
I made coffee.
Oh, I see.
I've been drinking it as I've been cooking.
Is that fancy coffee?
Yeah.
With the fanciness, may I have a sip?
Go for it. It's kind of lukewarm at this point. That's just how Dylan drinks it.
Oh wow, it's pretty good. I don't really like coffee that much, but it tastes.
It doesn't have the bite to it that the other shitty.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
I mean, I had sweetener to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, good job.
Can you write off the food used for these streams as well? Oh, trust me, I am. I definitely would not have eaten this cheesesteak if it weren't my job.
It's business. This is what we do.
And Uncle Sam couldn't argue otherwise.
Can't do it. I'd like to see that bitch try.
I guess we're putting the rest of this in a Tupperware container. Feels kind of sacrilege, but
that's fine.
These plastic Tupperware containers, no matter what I do to them, I can't get them to look clean. They always look kind of foggy.
They look kind of scuffed right there, but
grab my tongs out of the sink for the 50th time. Yeah, do I put this in a cheesesteak whenever I eat it later? I have leftover spaghetti. Do I go crazy and throw this into the spaghetti?
I suppose you could. There's nothing stopping you.
There would be a textural difference between the veggies and the spaghetti, but I have Italian sausage in that, so the meats could make nice.
Do we have like tortillas?
No, but we have grocery stores.
That's true. Which means we basically have anything.
I ate the last of the tortillas making a ground beef quesadilla not that long ago.
Are those the other two?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
In you go.
Good job, Dylan.
I think I'll warm those up in the oven. I'll give them a little bit more respect than my traditional microwave Sammys.
Yeah.
Mmm. Maybe I could idea for this. Maybe I could what the picked up some salt off the counter. I can make some Cheese Whiz and get some tortilla chips and go make like some hella high dollar bougie nacho dip. You can write off the booze as a business expense if you drink it on stream. I don't know. I'd make it on stream. Is that a thing? If I make educational cocktail content? Please don't mean actual Cheese Whiz. Like the stuff that I made before, like cheese sauce. Not like the stuff that you buy in a can. I'm talking about like some milk, some flour, some butter, and then like some maybe like some cheddar or some Monterey Jack, and put that in a pot and schmix it.
Fuck, you're right. I am muted, by the way. Yeah. What I just said is Cheese Whiz is a traditional thing to get on Philly cheesesteaks. It's either the provolone or the Cheese Whiz, and by Cheese Whiz, it's just a cheese sauce, like some stuff that you'd get for like stadium nachos or something. Anywho, it's time for me to go record Pokemon. Ugh. There is no after party on today's stream. It was just the cheesesteak. That was the me making lunch stream. I gotta go record Pokemon. Kind of turned into more of a steak sandwich than a cheesesteak sandwich. I know what to do better next time. I'll make sure to slice the. It still ended up being really tasty, but I need to slice the steak thinner. Like real thin, like paper thin. I was doing like tiny little like 8-inch segments or so. Which I think wasn't thick enough. But that's okay, I'll do better next time. Still ended up being pretty tasty. You can't expect to totally knock it out of the park on the first attempt.